I just want to start off this video with a promo to the poll in the top right now. It's about starting a free-to-play series where I go from 0 trophies and just climb. I'm trying to gauge the interest in that, so please vote in the top right. Thank you. Anyway, into Bandit. She has 780 HP, meaning she survives a fireball, but will die to a lightning. This is handy to know on defense, as to not instantly lose free elixir whilst defending. She does 160 damage, which is just about enough to one-shot spear goblins and below. On a dash, however, she does double that at 320 damage, which is enough to one-shot anything up to a bomber. Her hit speed is once a second, which leaves it at 160 DPS. This is the exact same as a musketeer what's locked onto the tower. She shares a lot with a musketeer, to be fair. They both survive fireball but not lightning, they both do 160 DPS dead on, they both have a maximum 6 range, the bandit will not target air, and will turn into a melee unit, however has a bunch more health for 1 less elixir. Why is this important? Well, you want to be using the bandit as a ranged unit when placing her. This is because of her dash. She will start her initial 320 damage off at range, and then move inwards and become a melee unit. Ranged units are the natural counter to melee units on defense, as they get in so much more damage before the melee unit is even in attack range. Bandit has a similar complex, to where she'll do 320 damage to any unit before they get an attack off. Against ranged units, Bandit is so OP. She gets that 320 damage off, and then gets into melee range to counter that ranged unit. For placing her, this means you always want to put her at ranged unit placement. This is in the center of your arena, opposed to on top of things. Using this placement gives you 320 free damage from the bandit before the engagement happens, so you're essentially nerfing troops that come into your tower range by 320 health. Her best usage case is to be dashing around the arena and dealing a ton of damage. This works best with units that only require 1 to 2 connections from the bandit, as she can then move on quickly to her next target. However, if she's killing anything over a value and getting damage, you've played her successfully and can move on. It's very common for a bandit of yours to have next to 0 HP and get at least 1 dash onto the tower. If she's defended to get a low HP already, and now grants you an easy 320 damage, that is a huge win. Her range attack doing 320 damage is huge, and taking advantage by getting her to dash a load is the ultimate win for this card. Using this range you can do a lot. If your opponent invests the princess and then attacks you with a load of their elixir, you can use this bandit to snipe down the princess across the river and quickly dash onto the crown tower due to it being in dash range. Her worst case scenario is being used as a melee unit in a fight. If you plop her down onto a charging prince, she'll essentially get one tapped and removed from the board for free elixir. As with any ranged unit, this is not the move into a melee fight as you'll lose a load of elixir from that troop. What you wish to abuse is the invincibility whilst dashing. Whether this is a glitch or not, it's a very useful feature to have with the bandit card. Against any ranged unit, the bandit will absorb the first attack as long as she's dashing. This is most noticeable against Prince, as his ranged lance is slightly longer than the bandit's attack range. She'll take no damage, negating the Prince's charge, but still get her 320 off. If you watch real closely, she'll do this against all ranged units. Making use of this saves her precious HP and will allow her to get more dashes off in the process. To counter her, you can use swarms or tanky melee units. The swarm will be enough due to her low single target damage, and a tanky melee unit will simply outclass her as you're not allowing her to use her dash. Whatever you do, essentially don't let her dash on your side. This gives your opponent unnecessary value when you could just counter her at the river. Air units sort of work to counter her, but are a bit sketchy because of her fast movement speed and her dash range. In conclusion, she should be looking for value for free elixir, or be used to get some easy tower chip damage. She's used the best in Control archetypes as a punish card, or used well in Breach Ram as a semi-win condition whilst posing an attacking threat. Bandit is possibly one of my favourite cards, but what do you think about her, boys? Hit another poll in the top right with your bandit opinions. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more of the top Clash Royale strategies, and apart from that, peace.